Hello, everyone. I'm at South by Southwest this week, and I had an experience that I wanted to share. So, I went to the expo hall. That's where all the vendors have their booths and they show what their wares are, and you get to choose what you're interested in, not. And I had an experience about marketing that I want to share with everyone here. So, the theme of this video is to express the importance of a marketing message, a clear cut, crisp delivery of your value proposition. So, I went to a booth and it had at the top, we supply all your digital delivery needs, or we do your software products. I don't, it's I can't remember what it said, but it was something simply like that, like digital delivery or digital solutions or something like that. To me, I don't even know how to, like, that was the biggest, boldest top line. And then at the bottom, it said something related to augmented staffing, I think, or something like that. And I went to the booth and I said, your marketing messages is, your messaging is like, I don't know what you do. It's hard to see what you do. Like at the top in the bold, it messages something that doesn't really say anything, and like all the details are at the bottom. And I didn't really feel like I was being listened to, which is totally fine. I mean, I'm just some Joe Schmo walking with a badge. Who could I be? But the response was, well, if someone doesn't know what we do, they'll walk up and ask. And for that response, totally understand that. I mean, I get that a lot. I've gotten that a lot. But that only really works if you are operating in a vacuum. Someone is walking down the hall. This is the only booth there, and it stands out, and it says this. And why is this booth here? What do they do? Then that might spur some curiosity. But keep in mind that this is not in a vacuum. This is not siloed experience. You are on a row with other booths. People are. It's a huge hall. People are walking by, and if they have to think, what did that company do? They may not know that what the company does applies to what they do, and they may just walk right by. And so this brings back to the concept of a marketing message, and I'm just going to expand outside of booth theory for a second here. Marketing messages are extremely important, and I think to the untrained ear, they might hear marketing message and think that you make something up, a slogan or something that you stick on a billboard or something like that. But what a marketing message is instead is like a sharpener to a dull knife. You take what already exists, you take the examples of where you win, where you shine, and then you make it so that you can deliver that in a more precise and strategic way. So the created marketing message, you should know where are you going to be aligned the most, where your customers are going to find the most success, so that you cross that chasm between expectations and reality so much quicker that they leave satisfied. Because if they expect one thing and you deliver another, they're not going to like your product. So you need to find a way to make sure that you set expectations through the marketing message, which means that you have to make sure you're aligned with product. You have to make sure you're aligned with execution, roadmap. All that stuff should all be reflected in its own way in your marketing message. That's why it's so important, because it's not made just by marketing. It's refined from the whole company, even down to customer service. So that's one thing that I wanted to stress. The other thing I wanted to stress is that if you have a really good marketing message, you need to make sure everybody in the company knows that marketing message, because expectations are key. For instance, if I was going to have a wedding and I hired a wedding planner, and I pick out a venue and I said, and the wedding planner is working with the venue, and the venue said, and you say, I want to make sure that this wedding has a great outdoor space, because we want an outdoor wedding, but I also want a contingency plan in case the weather's bad. And if the venue says, "Oh, okay, hold on, let me see about that," and I'm sure some of you have been in a situation where you ask a question that you can't be the first person to ask that question. So why is there confusion? And that lack of clarity, no matter what the answer is, will always add a sense of doubt whether or not that answer is correct or if they are just making something up at the time. So, but you don't want to spend all this money, commit to this location on a date, and still have this notion in the back of the head: I hope everything goes well, and I hope that what they said was true. That's why a marketing message is also important. Everyone should be in lockstep of understanding your customer, understanding their expectations, and making sure that you have the goods to either answer that question with confidence or be able to have someone else deliver an answer with confidence, like even if it has to be escalated. So don't find yourself in that situation. Do we do responsive web design? Hold on, let me ask. Yeah, we can do that. No, that doesn't that doesn't instill confidence. Know where your focus is and know how to deliver that in a impactful way is what marketing messages does, and it relies on the whole synergy of the company. All right. I know that my answer wasn't really welcome by the person I delivered it, but hopefully you find this useful. Thanks.